Holy crap, what is up, YouTube? Comic Brains here with a super huge haul, man. It's been a long time. I don't even know if people still are subscribed to my channel, but I figured it stuff has cooled down, and I figured I would do a long or a huge haul. Kind of give you a journey what I've been up to. Man, it has been an awesome year so far. One of the best years of my life. I recently just got married, so I'm man, I am just blessed. Beautiful. It was absolutely wonderful. The wedding was gorgeous. Hot air balloons in the background. It was so awesome. Um, it was just, yeah, best time of my life, man. Just happy. Finally got the love of my life. It's just a blessing. Been dealing with yeah, obviously prepping for the wedding was a task. Obviously that took a while. We had in-laws staying in the house, so we had to finish remodeling our house. And then we went to Florida. We spent our honeymoon 2 weeks at Disney World, and it was just so much fun. I had so much fun there. uh, Hundreds of pictures. It was just a blast. And throughout, obviously here and there, I still had to, get my comic book fix in and pick up some books here and there. And that stuff stacks up. And I was in my comic book room the other day, and I was like, dang, I need to do a haul. I got some awesome stuff to show and share with you guys. And it's just been, I notice everyone's been doing top 50 books lately, and that's just awesome. Most definitely when I get done with this video, I got some big books. I'll probably show a few books in this haul that are going to be in my top 50. I got some pretty awesome books, so we'll most definitely get to that. But yeah, and, enough with me, man. Hope everyone's doing awesome. I've been keeping up with your guys' YouTube videos. Been watching. Looks like there's tons of brand new people in the community, so welcome. Especially the few subscribers that I've gotten here and there, and I hope everyone else is doing really awesome out there, and hope everyone's just doing really well. So, but anyway, yeah, let's just jump into some of these books I've picked up over the few months. Um, this I picked up at Disney World. This was the Tsum Tsum #1 variant. It was only at Walt Disney World exclusive. I thought that was pretty cool, so I ended up grabbing two of those. Great book. Yeah, Disney World was so much fun. Um, we went there for 2 weeks. Went to every theme park um, that there was. The water parks we couldn't get to because there was a thunderstorm that rolled in, so that day got canceled. But so we spent the time down at Disney Springs and did some shopping, and just enjoyed ourselves and kind of took that day as like a relaxing. Because if anyone's been to Disney World, man, that was a lot of walking. We were averaging like pretty close to 18,000 steps a day. It was crazy. It was so much fun though. I most definitely wouldn't. I would most definitely do it again in a heartbeat. It was a lot of fun. Um, let's see here. Picked up. Found a copy of the What If Spider-Man cameo Spider Gwen. That was pretty nice. Nice copy of that. And these books are in no particular order. I just local thrift shops, comic book sales, Craigslist. Coworkers even brought in comic books they found in their attic. So these books are just all over the place. Nice copy of Alpha Flight #1. Got another copy of that. This book was pretty awesome. The X-Men 100. This was actually in a big box of comic books that my coworker uh, gave me, and I was like, man, that's so crazy. So that was really. I got some other nice books that were in that box too. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see here. Got myself another set of X Force, Sex and Violence #1, 2, and 3. So It's always a good read when you can find those and pick that up. Um, and you know me, most definitely can't go wrong with obviously a comic book haul without some Michael Turner books. So picked up another gorgeous copy of Ultimate X-Men 75 Turner. Let's see, found gorgeous copy of New Mutants #1. I wanted to get another copy, kind of upgrade my other one, so this one's super sharp. I'm pretty happy with that copy. I think I only paid like $5 for that thing too, so I was pretty happy with that. These next four, I was actually um, pretty happy. Oh, actually, this is actually pretty cool. I thought this was on the back. This at Disney World. I don't know if you guys can see that, but at Disney World, they had some J. Scott Campbell exclusives, and this was actually one of his prints that were exclusive to the Disney World store, and that was his artwork to the Incredibles for the Incredible 2 movie that came out. So I thought that was pretty cool. I picked that up while I was there. But these next four, I've been trying to hunt down for a while. They're kind of not scarce, but not worth a lot. But I don't know if I can get them in the background, but it's Michael Turner's Fathom edition. These are his. It's a connecting musical note set. So I don't know if you guys. Let's see if I can move those in the background. But yeah, the four connecting variants in the. Let's see if we move Deadpool really quick, but yeah, they make one giant picture. So I was really happy to finally get some nice copy of those. I've had a few other copies, but not as nice as those ones. So I was pretty happy to find a nice set of that. Got myself another copy of Fathom #9 variant. I have the holofoil one, but I didn't have a regular one, so I was able to grab that beauty of a book. Let's see here. Got myself another set of Supergirl #5. So if anyone doesn't know, this was actually printed 3 different times, and it was an alternate switch between Ian Churchill and Michael Turner. So this was actually the 3rd printing, and both these were done by Turner on the cover on that one. And then the 2nd printing, Turner did the top, and then Ian Churchill did the one on the bottom. And then the 1st printing was vice versa. Turner's artwork was on the bottom, and Ian Churchill's was on the top. So pretty cool to finally get some nice copy of those. And then can never go wrong with picking these up. Supergirl #1, and then the sketch variant. So I don't know how many copies of these. I just pick them up when I see them. They're just really, really nice to have. Probably one of my favorites. One of my favorite sketches that Turner's done. That's really affordable too to a lot of people. Dang, let's get into some of the bigger books that I've picked up. Picked up another copy of All Star Comics 58, first appearance of Power Girl. Let's see here. Nice copy of Jubilee, first appearance of Jubilee 244 X-Men. That's pretty nice. This was in the box of books I got from my coworker. It's pretty nice. The Amazing Spider-Man. The Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. So really nice to get that book in my collection. Found a copy of He-Man of the Universe, #1 of 3. The other 2 books came with the eBay listing. I ended up getting that for, I think it was like $2. So it was like $6 altogether on eBay. So that was pretty nice. So I just really like that cover. Tuska did a really cool vintage cover on that. Let's see. I knew this book was speculating, so I bought this during my time. The Spider-Man Noir #1. This is the first appearance of Spider-Man Noir. I'd most definitely. This is one of those spec books, but I know this is pretty hot. It's going pretty hot right now, especially with the Edge of the Spider-Verse movie coming out, because apparently they're going to be introducing a ton of Spider-Mans from all over universes. So I know Noir is a pretty hot book right now. And then let's see, pick this book up too as well. That's the first appearance of the Hell Queen cameo appearance. I know this book's picking up pretty hot too, so I ended up grabbing this at my local shop for. I think I just found it in the back bins for like it was like $3.99. So I was really fortunate to grab that before somebody else came along. This next book, man, this is a tough book. I'm so happy to finally get this book out of the way. This is Michael Turner's Project Superpowers #0. This is the negative variant. This is a tough book to come across. Not very expensive, but one of those tough books that it's just really hard to come across. You only see like maybe one or two pop up on eBay or my comic shop or whatever every once in a while. But I finally got my hand on one a negative variant, and I've been looking for that book for a while. So I was pretty happy to finally get that out of the way. Got a super gorgeous copy of X-Men 135 Phoenix. This is a really nice copy. I was really happy. I ended up picking this up for I think $20 at my comic shop. So it's really happy to get an upgrade to my previous one. So really, really nice to get that one. All right. So this next book is super awesome. So, it's Amazing Spider-Man 195, second appearance of the Black Cat. So, when I was actually at the comic book store when I picked up my Uncanny X-Men 135, this couple came in and they said, I kind of overheard them. They brought in a stack of books. I haven't even bagged and boarded them, but they had these bags in like a bread bag, like I don't know, a Walmart bread bag, and they said that they just found them in one of their boxes, and they weren't terribly all smushed up. They were pretty nice in the bag, and the store didn't want to buy them. Obviously, they were looking through them, and there was just some assorted books that they just didn't really care about. 193. I think there was some Incredible Hulks, 235, 237. A few Archies and some like Dennis the Menace stuff. Just some Bronze Jade's books, and the comic book store didn't want them. And I noticed that he had some Amazing Spider-Mans in there, and I asked him, I was like, hey, are you planning on getting rid of those? And he's like, well, the shop doesn't want them, so if you want them, you can take them. I was like, all right, awesome. So I ended up taking the stack, and curiosity, I was looking through all those issues, and sure as crap, in that stack was a nice copy of Amazing Spider-Man 194. I was like blown away, and I tried to catch the guy before him and his wife. I'm assuming that was his wife. Could take off, but it kind of just took off, and I was just blown away. Obviously, it's probably like a 4.0, 5.0. There's some creases up in the corner and a few spine ticks, but man, to be able to have a stack of books and obviously get a really decent mid grade of Amazing Spider-Man 194 for free, I was just blown away. I gotta say that the comic gods were probably looking down. So I was just super blessed to get that book. I was just like, man, what are the odds of that book? And that, at first I was like, there's no way that is in there, because on the stack of the book was the Amazing Spider-Man 192, and next was 193, and then I found that, and I was like, holy man, I was just blown away, super crazy. Wedding gift from my dad. Um, Hooked me up with a really nice set of Wolverine miniseries 1 through 4. So I thought that was pretty cool, and they also pitched in a little bit too for the Disney World trip too. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Be able to get comics for a wedding gift. So that I was pretty happy with that. Um, yeah. What else have man? I got a whole stack of books right here. Um, Also in the big box that I got from my coworkers, got a really nice, decent copy of 21, the silent issue. So thought that was pretty badass to get to find that in the box of comics. There's a ton of stuff in there, a ton of Marvel tales, Avengers. I think there was like Avengers like 169 through 223. So I'm still bagging and boarding all those. But it was just really awesome to just have him, hook those up for me. So that was pretty cool. Um, Got a really gorgeous copy of Long Shot #1. I was pretty happy with that. I actually found that at a pawn shop. Now I'll get to my pawn shop story too in a minute. That that book just blew me away. So I'm a few books. I'll get to that book in a moment. Won this at the 25th anniversary of the comic book shop out here in town. They were having a huge sale, kind of like a anniversary party for them being open for 25 years, and they had a prize wheel, and I ended up spinning the prize wheel, and I won this super freaking. It's just a gorgeous copy. Project Super Powers #0, Chapter 2, and this is a 1 in 250 variant, sketch variant by Alex Ross. So just super happy. It's probably one of the rarest Alex Ross variants I have, and it's a 1 in 200. So, but super clean, super awesome. I just most definitely would love to get that book sent off and graded. It's just really, his pencil work is just phenomenal. I just love his stuff. Let's see. You probably set that bad boy right there. That's just a gorgeous book. All right. Let's see. Got these next few books. Got tons of Turners. This one book, super. I finally got my bad experience with eBay. I've been hunting down this book for a while. This is Michael Turner's Iron and the Maiden #1, the limited edition of 1,000. Super happy I finally got this book, but I most definitely want to get it upgraded. But I finally got one of those people that just mailed it to me in a yellow manila envelope with no bag and board, nothing. They just kind of just threw it in there and then put a receipt. So I was just like, man, that was just super bummed. But I got the book, so obviously, most definitely we'll try to get an upgrade on that one. Got myself a gorgeous copy of Turner's Vampirilla #1, and then obviously with the color, you gotta get yourself the sketch. So really happy to finally get some high grade copies of those, and then also Chaos #1 by Turner, and then can't go wrong also with getting the sketch as well. So super happy with those copies. And then really happy. These are super nice copies. Ultimate Origins by Turner, and then super nice sketch to go with the pair. Those are really nice copies. I'd really have to say those are probably 9.6s, 9.8s. And then got myself another copy of Turner's sketch Thor, and then Battlestar Galactica #1. So, and this haul actually puts me above my my 300 mark, 300 Turner variant. So, super happy. All right, I think I'm down to the last few books in my haul. This one is also super hard to come across, but super happy to finally get this. This is actually the Virgin variant of Mercenaries, by the video game Mercenaries for PlayStation. And this Virgin variant's pretty hard to come across, so I'm really happy to finally get that Virgin variant out of the way. I'm pretty happy. Picked up another super nice high grade of second printing of Identity Crisis #4, and then I got one of the pieces to the Dark Knight Metals Wonder Woman. I'm kind of just waiting. I know there's tons of Turner variants that just came out, but I'm kind of just waiting on maybe when I find a good price on them. They're super pricey and overpriced, I feel. So kind of just waiting for those to cool down. So this next book, super hard to come across. This next book is only a print run of 200. Executive Assistant Iris, a Virgin variant, and this was only a print run of 200. So I was super happy to finally get a copy of that. And then with my luck, came across another copy, and then a third copy. So man, those are that's like one of the most gorgeous covers by Turner. That's been on my hunt list for a long time, and be able to have 3 of them, I'm pretty happy. Okay, so these next 2 books, if people are, these actually were considered variants, but they actually never. This was before they started putting the variant title on the actual books, and these were. I've been trying to hunt down some of Turner's harder variant books that he's done in his earlier career, and this is one of them. This is a Project or Eve Proto Mecha, and this is issue #2. And as you can tell, it was just marked as issue #2, but it was actually a second variant to that issue. So really happy to finally get this book out of the way. Excuse me, get some water really quick. But yeah, finally was really happy to get that book out of the way. That was also on my hunt list. And then this one too, also gorgeous early work by Turner. This was the Violent Messiahs, Laminated Pain, and then this is issue 1 of 4, and also doesn't say variant edition. This was like early 2000, I want to say, maybe 1999, 2000 when this series came out. So I think the certificates. Oh, it's a couple years off. Sorry. 2002. So that's still pretty early before books even started saying, variants on them. And this last book came across. This is one of those Euro variants, but I just had to get it. It's just one of those gorgeous Virgin variants. It was Batman Rebirth #1 Virgin variant, and it's just absolutely beautiful. This was a print run of 333. Yeah, Kind of weird, huh? 333 print run, but super happy to have that in my Turner collection, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So, man, that is yeah, I'm just really happy with that book. So, my last book, I'm gonna have to bring back to this book, the book that I found at the pawn shop. I was there at the pawn shop and I asked them, hey, do you guys ever get anybody that brings in graded books and stuff? And he was like, yeah, we have a few graded books in the back. And they weren't particular high grade CGCs. Obviously, there was like a couple like 3.5s. There was like a 2.5 Silver Age Captain America. And then the next book he brought up was a copy of New Mutants '98. It was a Deadpool. And I asked him, I was like, what are you asking for that book? And he said they were asking $300, and I was like, there's no way I'm not going to pay $300 for that book. And then it was obviously PGX too, so here it is. And then I pulled up eBay, and I looked at sold listings, and an 8.5 PGX was, obviously it's PGX, so I tried to lowball them quite a bit. And I finally talked him down to about 185. But the thing that I didn't want him to see, because he didn't recognize what was on the actual PGX label, and I knew right away, I was like, oh man, I have to have that book. So I bought a bunch of other books. Ended up being like $250, I think, for everything. But what made me walk out of that store super like amazed, I'm most definitely, if anyone out there presses books, I would really love to get a hold of you, and then maybe if you can help me press this book and get it cleaned up. But the thing that blew me away with this book was not only was it an 8.5, but it also had a Mark Jewelers insert in it. I don't know if you can see that. Mark Jewelers insert, very fine plus, 8.5, newsstand edition by Rob Liefeld. Obviously, first printed Deadpool, Gideon, and Copycat as Domino. I was blown away. I was not leaving the pawn shop with that book with anybody else. Obviously, you got Deadpool fans out there, but a very few people. Obviously, most of us in the comic book collecting community know what Mark Jewelers insert, and be able to find a New Mutants '98 Mark Jewelers insert 8.5. I'm blown away. As far as I know, Mark Jewelers, I did some research on this, and most Mark Jewelers inserts were like 10% of most of print runs, and less. I was reading about 3 to 10% of those books were sent to military bases and stuff, and be able to have a New Mutants '98. I want to say this is probably one of the holy grails of Mark Jeweler inserts that you can find. I most definitely do want to crack this open, get it pressed. Obviously, make sure that Mark Jeweler's insert is in there. I might even crack it open myself, but I just haven't bothered with it. Maybe if someone out there has a better insight, and I might even just resubmit it and just send it to CGC or CBCS and just have them do it. But there you have it, you guys. That is one of huge haul. Man, I'm at like 30 minutes. This is a huge video, but I appreciate everyone out there. Most definitely welcome, big welcome to everybody that's new to the community, and most definitely thanks for watching my video. And I'd love to hear your comments and everything, and I guess just keep it nerdy like always. So I will be making a top 50 video after this, so most definitely stay tuned for that. And once again, it's good to be back, you guys. Collecting will always be a big thing of mine, And I hope everyone has kick-ass rest of the week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Comic Brain's out of here. See you next time.